Football season's here. Sports is back. The fall weather is back in the air. It's getting cold. The sky is getting gray. The leaves are changing. Oak, let's tell our fans it now, man. Showtime. Showtime, go time, baby. From here forward, man, it's time. What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Inside the Huddle. Alex here again with my best man, Oak Holden. We got a good episode this week. Sports has started, Oak. Sports time is here. College football has started since we've last talked. NFL is 3 weeks into its season since we first talked. So today we kind of got a big, we got a lot to cover. I want to cover the first few weeks of the NFL, and I want to mention a few high games that we've seen in the college football season in these first 3 weeks. So I want you to start off, though, because you kind of had something that you've been telling me about a little bit. Bill Belichick. It's a big name. Everyone knows him. Everyone knows the name Bill. So he's kind of had a little bit of a shaky season. They lost their first game. UNC lost their opener. And we know that they had a bunch of drama even coming into the season when Bill signed to UNC. He had girlfriend drama. He had team drama and just a whole bunch of things kind of shaking up this Carolina football team with the coming of Bill Belichick. So, Oak, I kind of wanted to let you take this over and just walk me through what you've been feeling with Bill and everything.
Yeah, I kind of got a thing for him, and I feel you, but Tom Brady, Tom Brady basically carried you all those years at the Patriots, and you're probably gonna make the Hall of Fame, but you come in here, in college football, you don't even know what you're doing. And, I mean, it showed in week 1. So, I don't want to say Bill Belichick is completely a bum, but he's getting there. I think he's getting there because it just seems like, obviously he doesn't know what he's doing and he just can't seem to get anything together. Like Matt Brown, when he was with UNC, they were a contender. I mean, obviously they weren't making playoffs, but they were making top 25s almost every year. And if Bill Belichick keeps up what he's doing, they're going to end up like a no-name team. And I don't want that. I love UNC, but Bill Belichick's not the guy. He wasn't the guy in the pros, and just coming to college football makes it all the way worse.
Agree with you there, man. I mean, even we got to look at the big things like the drama. I mean, coming into the season, like I was saying, we had that girlfriend issue. They were rumors going on saying that his girlfriend got banned from all the facilities and all the team play, practices, games, etc. There was those rumors early in the season. They did end up getting denied, though. Bill came out and said that those were not true. His girlfriend is allowed at those events and everything. But another thing, reportedly, Patriot scouts are not allowed to attend UNC games. Bill Belichick just does not want anything to do with the Patriots organization when it comes to his players. What you got to kind of think there. I mean, what we heard from Bill was saying that they obviously do not want me in North Carolina or anything to do with me, so I'm not going to let them have anything to do with this team. If you're a player or if you're a parent of a player on the Carolina football team, and you sit there and think, this could ruin potentially a chance for my kid for their future, from excluding an NFL team from getting a chance to see my kid, to see what they do and know how they play. And if I'm a parent or a player, I'm livid from that. I don't think that's fair. Obviously, Bill can say what he wants to say about the team, and he can say how he would like his team ran. But if you're excluding NFL scouts that are here to help your main goal as a coach, which is to make your kids succeed, I don't care about the program. I don't care about the pristine of your program. Your job is to make these kids turn into talent. You are making these kids turn into NFL players, and that is what your purpose is. Now, if you're excluding these teams and not letting people come watch your kids, that's an issue. And that's not normal from what
I totally agree with you. I totally agree with you. And what you're saying is true. And can I just go out and first of all say it's wrong to date someone 50 years younger than you? I'm just going to go ahead and say it because even if there's rumors going around let's get down to the base layer of this. And I mean, you kind of had it coming, Bill. You kind of had everything coming. Obviously, once Tom Brady's gone, who do you got to defend you? I mean, I thank the Patriots for not wanting anything to do with Bill Belichick, and UNC shouldn't want anything to do with him either, because he doesn't know what he's doing.
So your statement is he was carried by Brady and Brady's legacy. That's what
He
I'm.
was carried by Brady and Brady's legacy, and he had the best players in the history of NFL. He has arguably the greatest NFL team of all time. And the 2000, I can't pinpoint the year right now. It was the year of the helmet catch, but that was the greatest team ever. You had Randy Moss on that team. You had, of course, Tom Brady on that team. And once that's gone, then what are you? And that's why the Patriots got rid of Bill Belichick. And if you look at some of the games we just had today, Jordan came out with the win. Like, they're doing just fine without him. So, like, look with Bill Belichick. Like, he's just old, washed up. Let's move on to a different stage of football, a stage where coaches can coach and players don't have to carry.
I agree with that. Let's talk about some of the games that we didn't get to cover them last week because I was out, of course, and everything. So I want to cover some of the biggest games I'm gonna say that we got to see. Starting with the big one, obviously, you're a Tennessee guy. I'm a Tennessee guy. Oh,
I know what you're talking about. No,
brutal.
doing Max Gilbert, and look, I feel sorry for the kid. I do, because he's gonna get hate mail for this. He really is. Like, they were gonna storm the field and throw us in the river.
And that's where my issue is with sports.
You hate to see.
It's a team.
You cannot do anything, stay kicker, to prepare for that sort of moment, because either you're the king and you never have to buy another meal in Knoxville again, or you're going to get hate mail for the rest of your life.
Well, look at this too. Tennessee was up 21, right? They were at a 21-6 lead, and going into halftime, I believe they lost it. They could not get the ball going in the second half. Joey Aguilar finished 24 out of 36 with 371 passing yards, 4 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. He didn't play bad. Joey had a good game. He moved the ball. They started hot. And that is what you need nowadays in college football. If you do not start hot, you cannot win games. You cannot stay consistent. We saw it with the Clemson.
That was intentional on Georgia's part. I think Kirby Smart was being smart. I think that he was going to let them run wild, and then he was going to get his offense going and let the defense just wear themselves out. And that's exactly what they did, and it worked. So you got to give your props to the guy. He knows, now this guy knows how to coach. It's a good strategy. Kirby Smart's a very strategic coach. And that's why he's so good, and that's why he's successful in the league.
Look who he had as a leader back in 2015, all that. He had Nick Saban coaching him. He was under Nick Saban's wing. So that's a whole nother conversation. But you got to give props to Georgia where the credit is due. They came back at the end. Gunnar Stockton, 23 out of 32, 304 yards, 2 touchdowns. Running wise, Nate Frazier had 73 yards on 14 carries. They were good. They were able to.
And Aguilar had a better game.
He did. Unfortunately, the Tennessee team just could not. Their defense couldn't handle it. Unfortunately, Chris Brazil had a great game with 177 passing yards.
Brazil was everywhere that first half. He's had 4 touchdowns in the first 3 games. This guy has been a dog this season, and I don't want to speak too soon, but man, I'm thinking like Heisman contention for this guy. If Aguilar just keeps looking down the field and finds who, then Tennessee is gonna just run all over teams that they're going to play later on. And I get they're an SEC team, and I get they got a rough schedule. But, man, come the Florida game, it's going to be rocking, man. Like, I get it's going to be in the swamp, but if Florida doesn't cover Brazil, it's going to be tough cookies, man.
Obviously, Florida's been struggling a little bit, too. And DJ Lagway, 5 interceptions in his last game.
You love to see it. You love to see it. I thought DJ Lagway was going to be good until he wasn't. You love to see it. I'm a diehard Vol fan. Let's go UT. And watching Lagway crash and burn has been a dream of mine ever since I was about this tall. So it's just incredible. And I get that I'm being a little biased here, and I get that I got to give Lagway his props. Obviously, coming in as a young kid, you don't really know, how you fit in or what the scheme is. You're still trying to learn all the plays, really. And Florida has the hardest schedule, in college football. So, I mean, you got to give him props where it's due. But
100%, yeah.
USF, really?
They kind of set the paveway for this.
Really?
They got discouraged after
really?
that. I mean, it's not, yeah.
There's nothing to say about that.
Hey, speaking about upsets, let's go down to our next match, which was Georgia Tech and Clemson. Dabo Sweeney falls to 1-2. 55-yard field goal from Aiden Burr as time expires. Georgia Tech took this game. Oak, I want to get a few of your thoughts before we kind of dive into stats and everything that happened throughout this game.
I am pumped for Georgia Tech. I love this team. I love the group. They almost beat Georgia last year. They took it to what, 6 overtimes? Like, that's when you know this team is not to be, like, messed around with. They're not to be picked on. And Florida State made that statement too early on this year, beating DeBoer and this Alabama team.
100%.
But you know, like, honestly, it's a statement win. It is. Like, hey, don't come near us, or else, like, we're gonna turn you into what we turned Clemson into. Now, Dabo Sweeney, you gotta give him his props. One of the best coaches in the league, and there's nothing, like, you can really do. I mean, obviously, you know, that field goal in the closing seconds, there's nothing you can do about that besides good clock management on the other side. And, you know, once you get inside that 2-minute mark, you're kind of planning for it.
Yeah.
If it's a tie game, you're planning for it. You're running plays that set you up for success. And, I mean, you can't really do anything about it, but Cade Klubnik was supposed to be a Heisman contender, and he put up good numbers. He put up decent numbers.
You got to give props to both. Let's talk about both quarterbacks, man. Cade Klubnik, obviously, great game. 15-26, 207 passing yards on the ground. He had 62 yards and a rushing touchdown. But I want to give my props to Haynes King today. The Georgia Tech QB, 103 rushing yards and a ground touchdown, as well as 20.
This is my guy. Haynes King is my guy.
You
know, coming out of Texas, coming out of like the Texas A&M transfer, like, you expected like big things, but I don't think anyone expected this. I'm just gonna go and say that. And Haynes King, like, you have my respect where it is due. You are one heck of a QB. You're dual threat, so if they lock down all the passes, you have to remember you can run too. Same thing with Cade Klubnik. But Haynes King is honestly the better player, and he had a better game.
100%. Georgia Tech moves to 3-0 on the season. They're 1-0 in ACC play. Clemson 1-2, 0-1 in ACC play. Speaking of teams getting pushed down out of the rankings and everything, Notre Dame, awful. Tennessee kid, let's talk about him. Marcel Reed comes out on a game-winning drive to take down Notre Dame to the tight end. Marcel Reed had a phenomenal game. He played great. He's, like I said, the Tennessee native from, I was about to say the NBA. The Tennessee native from there came out, and he balled out. The game-winning drive to their tight end, Nate, I can't pronounce the last name, unfortunately, balled out. 41-40 was the final score there. Notre Dame dropped down today to 20. They're looking to be 24th in the AP poll. Oak, that is
was the team that made the national championship last year.
It was. But also, first time in, I forgot, a long time, first time that an 0-2 team is ranked. What is your opinion on Marcus Freeman and Notre Dame this year to start off in the first 2 weeks?
Oof, that's a rough start, obviously. I mean, like, but you have to prepare for it, and you have to know, like, there's still time. You can go 10-2, but you can also go 6-6 and barely make a bowl game. So it can go either way, but you have to get the ball rolling now. If you want to have any chance of the playoffs, you got to get the ball rolling now. Like, you just need to start making good split-second decisions, because football is the game of where you make 1,000 decisions in a second, and Notre Dame isn't making good ones right now. So, you know, I think they're not really locked in when they play. So they just really need to focus and go out there and, you know, take care of business. Because they're playing teams they can go out, and obviously Texas A&M always been a huge team. They've never really, you know, they're never really a championship contending team, and they're never really a playoff contending team, even with the expansion. But they've always been there. You know what I mean? Like, I can't remember how many years ago, but they slapped around Alabama in the Nick Saban era a few years ago. And, you know, at that point, I'm like, A&M's the real deal. And they are. Like, they've been the real deal for many years. And if you go in there and you're not focused and you think, oh, we're about to stomp these guys, you're not going to win. And it's just mindset right now for Notre Dame. Like, they got to get locked in, and they have to figure out really when to throw and when to run, because that was a huge issue, making reads. That was a huge issue in the Texas A&M game, and that's why they lost. So, what you got, Alex?
Yeah, Notre Dame falling down to 24, Texas A&M jumping up to 10, it looks like, in the AP polls. While we're still on the topic of football, we'll get more into college football next week when we get to see more from that. Let's move on, talking about other side of the football, NFL. We have not got to cover the NFL yet on this podcast, so I am very excited about that. I want to come in and just really quickly talk about one of the
Three
biggest
words. I'm sorry, 3 words. Chiefs lose again. It's becoming a habit, and I love it.
They lost week 1, obviously, to the Chargers, pulled up an upset. A big news other than that, though, Micah Parsons is a Green Bay Packer. Obviously, as a Packers fan, I just had to come out and say it. Look, let's see how that's been going for them. Packers win their first 2 games against the Lions, which I think was, I'm going to be honest, I was not expecting a big game from that. Micah's first game, he played not even half the snaps, and we just saw our defense completely turned around, holding this strong powerhouse Lions team to 6 points till the fourth quarter of the game. In the offense, Jordan Love was just able to drive the ball and just really showed this crowd and these people that the Packers are not a team to mess with. We just saw on Thursday, they took down the Commanders in a pretty good game. If I'm young, I'm scared. I think the Packers have a team. Obviously, we've only seen 2 weeks from them, but this Packers team, if Micah Parsons can be healthy and he can stay consistent and we can just stay hard not with injuries and just keep fighting, the Packers really just need to start their games off hot. And this is the same thing I say for the Badgers, obviously another Wisconsin team. If we can start hot in our games, we have nothing to worry about. We can hold it off in the end. We've been known to hold things off in the end. It's starting hot, which is the biggest issue for us. And if with Micah Parsons now, if they can just continue to do that, I don't see many people stopping this team, Ope.
I think you just gave the most biased report I've ever heard. Now, Packers, I give respect where it's due. Jordan Love, you're not a franchise QB. Micah Parsons, you help the defense. You're not a Super Bowl contender. You're not even a conference contender. And I don't know.
Okay, hold on now. Not a conference contender. We just took down the Lions. The Bears haven't been nothing since 1980. And I don't think rookie J.J. McCarthy is going to do anything against this Packers team. So you want to say we're the least in the conference?
We're
not the least.
You're offended. And, I get it. I feel you, but I disagree. See it, I watch it, but I don't see it happening. Aaron Rodgers is
work with me then.
Aaron Jones is just, you had great players. Now they're gone. And you have Micah Parsons. What else do you got?
Hey, let's see how did Jair Alexander do against that Bills in the fourth quarter when he let up them points? I don't think we're missing Jair Alexander at all. I don't think we're missing Aaron Jones at all. I think our Packers fans have been just fine watching this team.
I don't think they've been just fine. They've been sitting up there in Wisconsin freezing their tails off. So they're not just fine. The best entertainment they got out there is Jordan Love, and that's really when you know how far out that they are. So I don't see it. I don't see the Packers amounting to anything.
Well, guys, when we look back onto this podcast episode, I'll make sure to remind us in January when the Packers are playing against the Ravens in the Super Bowl. I'll make sure to bring this episode back up.
Not the Ravens either. You're crazy. You are.
Agree to disagree. It sounds like Oak. Let's talk about another side of the NFL. Speaking of the Ravens, the Bills and Ravens, 41-40?
Yeah, one of the most dramatic games I've seen in a long time, and I loved every minute of it. Obviously, Josh Allen couldn't stay healthy through the whole game, but, they got the ball rolling. They did. And, defense obviously didn't have their best game on both sides. And I'm just excited to see really what they can do. The Bills are a great team, and they had a great win against a really good Ravens defense. And just something I do want to mention, Marlon Humphrey, the corner for the Baltimore Ravens, went down in the game. So, it's the same deal as Joe Burrow. So I'm scared, obviously, because those are 2 key players. Those were 2 huge key scheme fits for their team. And with them gone, it will be definitely interesting to see what they do. But I'm getting off track here. Moving back to the Bills game. Obviously, very dramatic game. I loved it. It was really fun to watch. And I'd love to see more of that in the NFL, honestly. I'd love to see more of those close fourth quarter finishes. Because nowadays, you just got one team blowing out another.
That's true, 100%. And know, and that's I think what the NFL even wants too. They want that viewership, and they want those games that are close and that fans can be excited about, and we're not seeing 30-point blowouts or anything like that. I mean, a bunch of these games have kind of been a little bit close the first 2 weeks here of the season, and it's been a little bit iffy for some teams and all. Like the 49ers per se, injury riddled again. Second week, our third week technically going into the season, 49ers, Brock Purdy went down with a toe injury and some lingering shoulder issues.
Where's every good quarterback injuring their toes?
That's how the game is, kid. That's just what the
Man,
game.
hey, I will say this though. Is it not good to have football back? Dude, like for me, this is my lifeblood. This is what I breathe for life. Football is back. It is time. That's why we're doing this. And I'm just so excited to see how this season unfolds because, man, it is football time.
We can take a pause on the stats and everything like that. October is coming. Football season is back, baby. Me and you are on the grind. I just want to give a big thanks to everyone too. We started kind of slow. We know that we haven't been able to push an episode out every week like we talked about. It started a bit iffy. Football season's here. Sports is back. The fall weather is back in the air. It's getting cold. The sky is getting gray. The leaves are changing. Oak, let's tell our fans it now, man. Showtime. Showtime, go time, baby. From here forward, man, it's time. It's football.
Yeah, man, it is mano y mano. My guy is better than yours. We're going to go out here and show it. Time of the year. You can feel it in the air, man. So, I mean, this is the start. It begins right here. Let's do this.
I mean, it's been going well so far. Obviously, we are early into the seasons. College football has no doubt in the first 2 weeks already given us some of the most exciting highlights.
I've never seen like a better set of games my whole life, honestly.
100%.
It's incredible. Like, you just watch it and you feel like you're there and you feel a part, like you feel like football is a part of you again. And that's the feeling that every kid, everybody out there, that's the feeling they want to have. Every football fan, they want to have that feeling like it's back and it's a part of them. And that's what college football and that's what the NFL is giving us right now. So let's just give props to them. Like, hey, keep it up.
100% Oak. Definitely, again, a tremendous start to this season, both college sides. And obviously as the weeks go on, there's only gonna be more news, more trades, more talks, only better things to come. Quick thanks to Oak for helping me doing this episode again. Always a good time to be able to, always great to be able to come on here and always be with this guy. I want to thank him again for making this happen. I never would have been able to do this without his help and really motivate me.
Man, I couldn't do this without you. Like, yeah. Dude, you're the one who makes me feel comfortable talking like this and just being able to aggravate you and get your blood boiling with the Packers. They stink. I'm just gonna say it again. They stink. Jordan Love stinks. Everybody on the Packers stinks besides Micah Parsons. I love Micah Parsons. If the boogeyman goes to sleep, he checks his closet for Micah Parsons. And I mean the Packers are good, but yeah, I like coming on here and busting your chops. So thanks for tolerating me. I'm just gonna
always, brother. Always. Next week we got even more exciting news as it will be week 3, week 4, NFL, college football, and everything like that. So we got more to come. More big games, rankings, AP polls, news, and stuff like that. Before we wrap up this episode, I do just want to take a quick moment and talk about some things. Obviously, this past week, we unfortunately lost the late, great Charlie Kirk, an advocate, a man of speech, a man of faith, a father, a husband. Obviously, I'm not going to get into the political side of everything because we're a sports podcast. That's not what we're here to talk about. We're here to bring you guys sports news, but it is always just awful to see anything like this happen. And, I just wanted to shed light to the situation and know that there are better things to come. In times of lightness, there are better things to come. In times of fear and struggle, there are better things to come. So please, guys, if you are ever in need of to talk, if you are ever in need of anything, if something feels wrong or if anything, just struggling with something, let somebody know. There's just so much stuff that gets built up inside of people and it turns into violence and anger and hate and aggression. And that's not what this world needs. This world needs courage and hope right now. So again, I know this isn't sports related, but I just didn't want to go without shedding light to it. And obviously, Og, if you have something you want to add too, but I just wanted to just weigh and give a moment of silence for Charlie Kirk.
Okay, yeah. You know, there's really nothing I gotta say about it. I mean, it happened, and my condolences to his wife and his two kids and his family, like all family members. It's a tragedy what's happened in America, but this too shall pass, and there's always light at the end of the tunnel. Obviously, there's dark times, and we're gonna get through this. So I'm excited for that, and I mean, I think that's all we got to say. This has been Inside the Huddle, and if you like what you hear, you can follow us on Instagram at Inside Huddle Podcast, no capitals. I'm Holden. Thanks for being with me, and this is Inside the Huddle Podcast.